How can you free yourself from your limiting beliefs? We're going to talk about this today. This is Tom Karen with the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Welcome back, creators. I got a great lesson today. I want to talk about limiting beliefs. How do we overcome them? But more specifically, how do we free ourselves from them? Well, let's talk about this, guys. We all have beliefs. When I was younger, my mother and the adults around me used to say, money doesn't grow on trees. What do you think? You're Rockefeller. All these beliefs about lack and scarcity and money. And so what I had to really work at seeing the universe, or seeing the world as abundant and not in lack. But how do we overcome these? Well, it's not from avoiding the thoughts. It's not from avoiding the beliefs. It's really from understanding them. So anything you try to avoid or get rid of or push away or resist persists. It comes back to you. It stays with you. It becomes larger, bigger, and more problematic. So let's talk about this. First of all, what I want to say with beliefs, no matter what they are, all beliefs are limiting. Why is that? Well, we talked about this, that the universe, or beyond the universe, the quantum field, is all possibilities. So anytime you limit those possibilities with a belief, whether it's what you would say a positive belief that you might think is a positive belief, or a negative belief, they're still limiting. They're limiting your possibilities. You are collapsing the wave of what could be possible in your life, no matter what you believe. So and normally beliefs really are not true. They're just simply what you believe based on a past experience. So no beliefs really are true. They may be what you think are true, but there's no really truth to beliefs. They're always about the past. We'll come up with an example in a few minutes. And so all beliefs are false in that way. They're not true. They're about a past experience, your perception. They're simply your perception. No two people normally will agree on things. Why? Because we see the world we see is created in the inside and is a perception. And then we spend our time trying to convince others of our beliefs. And this is what causes angst. This is what causes suffering, trying to prove our beliefs, trying to make them true. This is when you get attached to your beliefs. We make a judgment, right? We make judgments, and then, and generally those judgments are projections of things that we really should work on, right? For instance, if we say, I think people should be kinder. Well, it sounds good. It sounds like it should be true, but is that true? And there's an author and a spiritual teacher, although she'd never call herself a spiritual teacher. Her name is Byron Katie. She had an awakening back in the mid-'80s. She'll never call it an awakening either. It's just sort of she woke up. and she just has a very enlightened sense of what is. She wrote a book called The Work. I'll put it down below. But she asked 4 questions with your beliefs. So if we say, for instance, that people should be kinder, she will ask you, is that true? And you'll go, yes, of course it's true. And then she goes, can you absolutely be sure that people should be kinder? And and really the answer to that has to be no. Why? Because if there's any unkind people out there, that means it's not true. Right? That means it's false. That means there are unkind people, right? And if you think they should be, that's not true. That's just your belief, that's your perception. And so she gets right at it, where the answer has to be no. You can't believe that that's absolutely true. How do we know? Because not all people are kind. That's how we know, right? So if you think all people should be kind, how do we know that they shouldn't be? Is because there are unkind people. This is the idea. And then she has the third question is, how do you react when you believe that thought, when you believe that belief? How do you feel? And you might feel like I'm angry, or I'm disappointed, whatever it is, right? And then the fourth question is, how would you feel if you didn't have that belief, right? And then she has what's called the turnaround. Turn it around. Instead of saying, I think people should be kinder, you say, I should be kinder. So there it is. There is where she nails it, that it's really about you. It's your projection. If you want people to be kinder, you should be kinder. You be kinder, right? And then there's a couple different reversals she does on that. And but I should be kinder, or all people shouldn't be kind. These are the things she talks about. Why is that true? Because that's the way it is. She always looks at reality. Very powerful, guys, the work. I recommend it. But again, if we keep trying to prove that all people should be kind and they're not, then that's what causes suffering, right? And again, it's our projection. So if we want to change the world, we should be kinder. And then it starts with us. Really, that's what happens. This is what projection is, right? You project things that you need to work on. So really, your beliefs are generally things that you need to work on, that you need to work out. Very powerful. Your beliefs are a story of your past. It's always in the past. Now, right now is always moving. So it's always based on the past. So you're always closing yourself off. You're always limiting yourself with your stories, right? There shouldn't be war, or the world should be more peaceful. All of this are stories that can be challenged with those 4 questions that Byron Katie proposes. They're a projection. They're an image of your thinking of the world, right? How do you forgive it? How do you turn it around? Well, those 4, the way she does it is pretty good. You should, and really effective. But it's basically about forgiveness. What you thought happened didn't. What you believe isn't true. This is tough for us for a world where we always want to prove that we're right. You got to let that go. And what you think didn't happen, that's really what A Course in Miracles says. That's what forgiveness is, right? Forgiving is what you think is knowing what you thought didn't happen. It's what you believe isn't true. So you can forgive easily. It's realizing, it's self-realization, right? And once you drop your story, you drop your suffering, right? It's always being in the moment, accepting what is, right? Doesn't mean even that you agree with it, but to disagree with it, to fight with it is insane. That's why you suffer, because what is what is. The next moment, what is changes. But this is the power, guys. This is the power and understanding. It's not to feel guilty about your beliefs. It's not to try to minimize them. It's not trying to get rid of them. It's just bringing an understanding to them, bringing an understanding to your thoughts. Not trying, the thoughts come anyway. Whether you like it or not, you're going to be thinking. You're not even thinking those thoughts. Those thoughts come into your awareness. As an awareness, as that pure divinity, these thoughts come in over that from your ego, and they come, and whether you like it or not. So you can't try to take them back or not think of them or feel guilty of them. Embrace them, and then question them. It's really what Byron Katie talks about. Unquestioned thoughts or unquestioned beliefs are what causes suffering. It's when we don't question them, when we try to prove them right because we think they're true. That's what causes suffering, guys. Right? Once you start questioning your beliefs, that leaves room for anything is possible after that. Something that it leaves your mind open to other things that serve you. This is the power. So it's not trying to get rid of things. It's not trying to minimize things. It's trying to leave yourself open. This is how you free yourself from limiting beliefs, right? By not trying to hang on to them, not trying to prove them true, not trying to get rid of them, but questioning them. Once you question them, they're in your awareness now. Right? It's impossible for them to hurt you because now you're aware of them. It's only when you're unconsciously believing these thoughts and beliefs, and you're letting them run without being questioned, without putting them into your awareness. It's like any sort of negative emotion is the same way, right? Once you question them, once it's in your awareness, now it's open. Now you can turn it around. Yeah? This is how you do it, guys. I will leave a link below for Byron Katie's work. That's what I wanted to talk about today. This is Tom Karen with the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Guys, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button, and share and comment on the videos. That's how we get our message out with great love. This is Tom. Until next time, see you soon.